This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to TPC Sawgrass, known for one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 17th Island Green. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, you're no stranger to this layout. What should the players be looking for today?
Straight driving is imperative out here today, Rich. You don't actually have to hit the ball overly long. You can actually take the driver out of play on some of the holes, but really position first with all those tee shots you're hitting today.
First hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 423-yard par 4. Nice way for players to get started, Frank. Not too demanding, but still, it requires that you put the golf ball off the tee in the right place.
That's correct, Rich. There is a little bit of water down the right, but that's only really for the grandmothers in the field. Anybody else, drive it down the left, 3-wood, even a 2-on if you're a longer hitter, and then a good chance to start with an opening birdie.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. One under early in the round. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank. Super. And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too. You don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Starting to feel it now. 2 straight birdies and 3 under for the round. Frank, how would you describe the bunker all along the right here at number 4?
Well, it looks like it never stops. It covers really the entire length of that tee shot down the right side.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? It's no snack, though.
Oh, I thought he had that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Did the job right there. Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're a long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air. That easy. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
A stout 190 yards to the hole here. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Settles in over the putt. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 under 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. 13 feet away.
Oh, inexcusable.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. Just inside that last little pot bunker on the left of that, it's actually a pretty good line.
Just a solid shot here at number 7, right where you want to be. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Lost that one just a little bit to the right, but it is not too bad.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s of TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
Birdie try up next. And getting ready for the putt. Might be. Could be. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just a sensational putt. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. And now the second shot here at this par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
That's birdie, and that's just another example of how everything seems to be clicking today, especially on the greens.
Yeah, good green reading too. You've got to take your hat off to that. The line has been perfect and the pace has matched it.
But this one has a chance to be really good. In the fairway, down there about 290. Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
This won't hurt him. Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. On the green in regulation. So with that make, now at 7 under par. Here now the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. And Frank, we always like when they have the whole location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds, and you can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with a bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back, he didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Pretty good shot right there. Settles in over the putt. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But a down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
This from 7 feet. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good round going at 6 under. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right. This is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the screen, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here. Now to 7 under par. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You can follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you've lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Those keep the round going, those par putts. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And, of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, we've seen guys like Phil Mickelson hit it off the cart path. How tough is this shot?
Well, for a high-level professional, actually, it just looks harder than what it is. They'd rather here than the rough any day.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. These putts keep the round together. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
8 under par for the round. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.